Yeah, so can I have a big round of applause for ADAM AZIM, please?
Hi everyone, I hope you're well. I was literally training, so it took me like normally it takes me like an hour to get ready, but I had to be like in a rush, so it took me 20 minutes this time. So, but yeah, thank you. You know, it's an honor actually coming down here and I see familiar faces and that. So, you know, it's good to see youngsters doing well in their life, because obviously when I was, obviously being young myself, I had ADHD and that. So obviously it impacted my boxing, it impacted my life, but then obviously boxing helped it to what I got to now. So so now right now it's just like me building myself up and seeing, like, obviously my main attribute myself is to you know, give back to the younger generations. Like looking at all these youngsters here, you know, inshallah you lot are all going to do well, and it's my duty to help you lot as well. So, and you know, even these belts, like for me, they're like they're one stage at a time. For me, I'm still like, you know, being a world champion, if I hopefully get there one day, it's not me, like, that's not inshallah, yeah. For me, being there, it's not going to make me who I am. I want to be like undefeated, I want to, you know, go beyond that. So it's like one stage at a time, and, you know, inshallah that happens. So even you guys, you know, playing football and that, inshallah you guys make it. And who's a Liverpool supporter, innit? Wait, who's a Manchester United supporter? Yeah. Alright. I've got an idea. For all those who put their hand up for Manchester United, put your hand down, bro. I'm joking. Yeah. Nah, big up Liverpool, I'm joking.
Thank you, Adam. We'll talk more to you later on today. So, where did this journey start, and how did it evolve into you becoming a European champion?
So technically, so I started boxing at 4 years old in the back garage of mine, where my dad used to train me for hours, learning the basics. I'll be honest, my dad used to shout at me when I was young, so when I was 4 years old. So the reason why he did shout at me is because I got to where I am. So if your parents are shouting at you, you either take it in or you don't, because if you take it in, that means you're going to get successful in life. If you don't, then you're going to be at home playing Fortnite. So, do you know what I mean? So with me, it impacted my whole life, which was ADHD. So what I use that energy to, you know, use that for running, I use that for boxing, I use it to, you know, calm myself down. So it's like a superpower for me. So I use that in the boxing gym. So it's like a switch where I can just, you know, get into that mode and release my anger. So but no, I started boxing at 4, won 10 national titles as an amateur, 1 European gold, also 1 European silver as well. So, and I was the top 10 in the world amateur scene. So for me, from boxing from 4 years old to get where I am now, becoming European champion and winning these, you know, accolades, you know, it's a big thing for me as well. It's not just as a, you know, as a boxing perspective, it's as a disciplined, mature man, because that's what boxing is about. So,
but what makes you different from the other boxers, and what is the difference between being an amateur and actually being a professional?
See, with the professional industry, it's a massive role for me. It's like next level. You can't mess about in the sport of boxing, because, you know, when you're going in, you know, you see other people, like, you know, passing away in the ring as well. So you're putting your life into, you know, being a boxer. So, and for me, what's the most important thing being a professional, I have to stay disciplined. You know, I don't even get to spend time with my family because I'm away training. I'm locked up in my room, just watching boxing, training, praying every single day in the morning. So for me, as a professional, I learned so much because there's other stuff that I do to make myself better as a professional. So, for instance, I didn't know that, you know, taping your mouth when you're sleeping, don't do it if you're under like 16 years old. I tape my mouth when I sleep because I only breathe from my nose to get my stamina up. It's called sleeping tape, you get it from Amazon. That's one thing I didn't know myself, because I got that from a professional who's actually a world champion in my gym. And, you know, I use that and it makes me so much better because I'm breathing from my nose and my mouth. So it's a good thing to use because it's you're breathing from your nose and your mouth as well. So I didn't know nothing about that, and I've got other stuff as well with my breathing coach, and I'm adding more stuff as a professional because professional is all about learning, and you're building yourself up, and you're learning amongst the ways where you can make it better. So for me, amateurs just like your learning base is just like when you go to school, that's like amateur. When you go to secondary, that's like one above it. Then when you go university, that's what my thing. I'm a student in the game and I'm still learning. So professional is definitely a big part in my career. And the other thing is that why I'm different to everyone else is that everyone's different themselves. And for my way, I train much harder than anyone because I should have that mindset to train harder than anyone.
As a champion, what do you believe are the 3 key qualities of being a champion?
Discipline, responsibility, and listen to your parents. Like, that's all I can say. Listen to your parents because you're not going to get anywhere if you don't listen to your parents. Like, I've been shouted at my dad every single day. He still does it now, but I have to take it in because it gets to where you want to be. So listen to your parents, that's all I can say.
What's next for you? Where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
5 years' time, inshallah, hopefully unified, undisputed, staying undefeated, and the one main thing is to get gyms in Slough myself, and hopefully help other kids as well, come up if they want to learn boxing as well. And the one thing about everyone, they might know my name, but they always say, oh yeah, he's from Slough. That's the most important thing because we need to build Slough up and use that to build it up Slough as well. So that's the most important thing as well.
So you're a Slough boy, and as you clearly said, a proud Slough boy, as we are all, most of us anyway. What do you think is special about Slough that has developed you into who you are today?
What's special about Slough is that I'm brought up from Slough. I started boxing. Obviously, I was born in Wexham Park Hospital. I think most of you lot were obviously born there, innit? So I was born there. The one thing about Slough is just like I've got all my family here. I've got all my friends. I've got the people I love, and the most important thing is that I've got the people that are coming up from next generation is from Slough as well. Like everyone else, but particular from Slough because we're here to build it up. Obviously Slough is going to build up itself. I love Slough because I have to make it better for them as well.
Thank you, and we're all very proud of you being from Slough. That's one thing I can say. I'm going to put